Let me fix your camera real fast. Hey guys, how's it going? Let's see if I can get your camera better here. There, I got it fixed. All right, guys, welcome to the stream. Sorry for the delay. Trying to fix up some internet problems. Anyways, we're gonna get started here. We're just gonna start off with kind of an introduction to ourselves and who we are, and everything about Swordsman as well, right? So first off, we're gonna start off with just introductions right now. We're gonna start with Gabe here from Perfect World. She's the associate product manager. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I kind of do everything on this game. So I'm sort of the main point of contact. I'm guiding the game through from pre-release all the way through launch. I'm really excited about it. So.
All right. Give us a little bit of insight on the Swordsman background. Kind of give us some detail, kind of a little bit about what the game is, where it came from, everything like that.
All right, so the game is based on the novels of Louis Cha, who's a very famous writer in China. He's frequently compared to kind of being like his books are like the Lord of the Rings of China. So it's a really, really popular IP. His estate helped with writing the game, so like the story of the game is a very deep story. And the main story of the game, it actually follows the main characters of the book that the game is based off of. So you meet with them, you interact with them, you become friends with them. But in the game itself, it's still about you. It's not about the NPCs.
Okay, that's good. What we're going to do from there on, guys, my name's Andrew. I am the CEO of MMO Life. We're just a big gaming society. We're going to be kind of jumping into a little bit about the game, how it create a character, what kind of questing has in the game, just the whole generic overview of the game. We're going to kind of go into a little bit about the classes or the schools that would be available to you guys. Talk maybe a little bit about the guild system, player versus player, a little bit of end game, some of the cash shop items as well, and we'll go in from there. All right, guys? So first off, we're going to go into the character creation. Kind of walk us through a little bit about creating a character as I'll do it on the screen for you.
Awesome. So we have a really in-depth character creation process. It's one of the things that we're like really the most excited about. So once you get into character creation, you select male or female, and then you just have an excessive amount of control over what you want your characters to look like. So you have body sliders, face sliders, you can modify your ears, nose, eyes, mouth to make your character as pretty or as horrible looking as you want. Personally, I end up with a lot of really horrible looking characters because I am terrible at sliders, but you can really make it look like you can make it look like your favorite celebrity. You can make it look like a horrible golem from the underdepths, whatever floats your boat, really. And then one of the cool things that we have is the import-export feature. So if you get a look that you really like and you want to share it with other people, or just post it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, you can export the file, save it, share it with everybody else so they could use that same look or they could modify it from there.
Yeah, I kind of jumped into it a little bit, sorry.
It's all good.
There's so many different settings that you guys can actually pretty much create anything you want. Each character should be really well customized as long as it's something that you're big on in the game. I would suggest taking a little bit of time just to go through your character, because otherwise you're going to be going in there and everybody's going to be called Bob or Wong, and everybody's going to look exactly the same, alright? But as you guys can tell, there's all sorts of advanced settings right when you go into them. So it's really great in creating your character. Kind of my character right now looks kind of weird, but I'm not going to lie, I was just pushing buttons. So I'll back out real fast just to kind of show you the female real quick, and then we'll jump back into just the creation screen and go from there, alright guys?
There's also a lot more in-game, so if you're not quite happy with the look you've gotten, you want to check out more hairstyles, crazy eyeshadow and everything, you can definitely check out the beautician in-game and expand your character anymore. I ended up doing that and taking my character from looking exactly like Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride and ended up with just a dude with crazy, butterfly face makeup.
Oh. Of course, someone would have the name Tester already, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we've got our main character right now. We're just going to kind of show you a little bit about when you start the game real fast. What kind of decisions you'll have kind of in the quest-based system as well. Once we get done with a little bit of the beginning of the game, we're going to kind of go into a level 24 that I've already been playing for a little bit. We'll kind of see how it's like a little bit up past some of the basic stuff, and then we'll give you guys kind of an overview of endgame as well, which is kind of the area I haven't gotten to. I've noticed on your guys' posts in the actual forums for Swordsman, a lot of people are saying that the questing is really easy and like early on game, but apparently there's some threads that are actually stating that after around 34, 35, it starts to get a lot harder and it's going to get way more fun. So if you guys can try and skip over those questing, which everybody, gets bored of quests real fast, but it's a quick process. So right when you kind of build your character up, get that learning of the game, and then you go from there, it seems like I think things are going to start moving a lot better for you.
Yeah, up to 35 is really our early game, so once you hit 35, you're starting to get to mid-game, and that's when you'll want to, join a guild, do a lot of instances, really get into those deeper systems.
Sorry, I'm answering messages and everything else. My game music is really loud, so I'm going to turn it down real quick. If I can find it. There we go. Alright, so we get right into the game right now. It looks like right now... Of course, I didn't save it. There we go. Alright. Alright, so you're getting into the game, and it's got a couple different control modes that you guys can get into, right? You got your traditional 3D, Classic, and Action. I think the last time I chose the Swordsman Classic.
Swordsman Classic is my favorite.
Okay.
I think it combines action and traditional pretty well, but a lot of people really like the action mode, so that's why there are 3 options, so you can really play however you want it to.
Alright, we got the usual kid crying. If you guys notice up at the top right, when you guys get your quest, they actually have an automatic quest run, I guess would be the ability for it. Can you kind of give us why you guys did it this way versus traditional people having to look at their map and then go into it?
Well, that's pretty standard in these kind of MMOs from Asian countries. The auto route is what we call it internally. We like it because it does get you very quickly to your objective. In Swordsman specifically, it's pretty well developed, so if you click on that, like when you have mysterious raiders there, if you click on it, it automatically takes you and interacts with them. So it's a good way to not get lost, but it is optional. If you're the kind of person who really enjoys going out and finding stuff, you don't have to use the auto route, and later on in the game, there are more challenging quests where there's no auto route and you really do have to explore and find what you're looking for.
Okay, so pretty much ultimately, once you get past that beginning area, it's going to get a lot harder and a lot better.
Yeah.
Good, that's what I like to hear. I like to hear hardness, difficulty.
There definitely is that in the later game.
Alright, so can you kind of give us, does the story kind of follow about the book, I guess? Is that kind of how the storyline goes in the game?
It kind of parallels what happens in the book. So the things that are happening in the book are also happening here, but you are not necessarily involved in those exact events.
Okay.
You're kind of running through your own story, interacting with the same characters, but it's more like in the time that they're not being featured in the book, that's when you're interacting with them.
Sweet. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna skip some of these screens. Alright. Can you kind of go into a little bit about the quests? Like, what sort of quests can people expect? Can they, expect a gathering and, stuff like that?
I mean, we'll have gather quests, we'll have kill quests, but we also have a lot of other really unique quest types, especially in the guild system. If you get into that, there's kidnapping quest types, there's escort quest types, there's one for the mercenary guilds where you kind of do detective work. So you're going through a little instanced mini game and looking for clues. There's also one fairly early on where you're trying to rig a race. So your point during that quest is to kind of run around the inner circle of this racetrack and mess up everything for your opponents. So you're dropping rocks on their head and stuff like that.
Kidnapping, I can totally do that.
The kidnapping quests are pretty fun. You have to kind of sneak through and avoid sight lines in order to bag your target at the end.
Gotcha. All right. As you guys can tell, we're going to be kind of starting to get into the class area. So we're still kind of a noob, I guess I'd put it, right now.
在下乃是凌空冲，
Kind of
华
start
山
to go
派
into
为
some of
精
the
气，
classes.
身
Tell
则
us a little
顺
bit，about the classes
序
and
则
tell us
顺
what your favorite is.
身则
Cool.
下，
Well, we
下
have
则定，
10
定则
different
固，
classes.
固则猛，
They're called schools and
猛
swordsmen
则长，
because that
长
goes
则
along
退
with the，theme of the game.
退则偏。
And they can
身
do
体可还有所
everything.
不适？
And it doesn't really follow the traditional kind of holy trinity of MMOs where you have the tank, healer, and DPS. Tanking and swordsman is much more about crowd control, less about aggro. Healing, likewise, you have to like do AoE heals and keep up with everybody. And a lot of classes have tanking, healing, support kinds of abilities as well as DPS. But overall, everybody is really, really good at DPS. So
Okay.
you'll have a lot of fun with that. My personal favorite is actually the 5 Venoms, which is the female-only class. They have the whip, and they just do a lot of crazy poisons and AoEs. And my favorite skill by far is they'll snap their whip around somebody's neck, jump onto them, and then just start curb stomping their face, which is my favorite thing to watch ever.
Yeah, I think I started out as Sun and Moon. So far, I'm enjoying that right now.
Sun and Moon is pretty good. That's close to kind of a traditional assassin sort of class. It's all about like doing quick strikes, getting in and out of the combat, so they can be a lot of fun. I also enjoy Shaolin a lot. That's the male-only class. They do a lot of kind of AoE tanking sort of stuff, and they can just blow everything up with, you know, stabs popping up out of the ground, which is pretty fun to look at and fun to do.
Gotcha. All right, as we're gonna move into the city now, I think this is where you get closer to actually doing your quests or your actual school and stuff. Kind of explain to us about the guild in the game. I mean, there's gonna be guilds player. I mean, is it important to be in a guild? What kind of benefits can they get while being in a guild?
It is very important to be in a guild in Swordsman. That's where you're going to get kind of the most interaction past mid-game. So that's where a lot of the really cool quests open up with the, you know, crime solving or the kidnapping type quests. That's also, this is an open world PvP game, so if somebody ganks you while you're running around, you're going to want your guild to call in to help, you know, take care of the problem for you.
All right, so we got a guy here that's red name. Tell me a little bit of something like this. Why is he red name?
He is red named because he has killed another player who was white named. So white named is the default state. That means you have not engaged in PvP yet. If you attack somebody but don't kill them, you go yellow named. If you're red named, that means you killed somebody who essentially didn't fight back. So there's a really robust PvP, filter in the game, actually, so you can set yourself to exactly who you want to attack. Personally, in the closed beta right now, I'm in a guild that's all about Avengers. So those are people who can, by default, attack everybody who's red and yellow named. So you're attacking the people who've already killed other people.
Okay, so if you attack one of them and you're a white name, do you get the red name?
You stay white name.
Okay, all right, sweet. Means I can go
You
around
have
and kill
you
as
have
many
rid
people as
the
I want.
world of evil, so you get to stay good for that.
All right. I'm gonna get off this noob, and I'd rather go get my actual character next time. I want my actual character, but let's see. All right. So let's get into a little bit about endgame. What can players expect once they, first of all, what's the max level?
The max level at launch will be 89,
89.
And it will be going up after that. We have lots of levels planned, lots of content planned for after launch.
Okay. So why 89? Why not 88?
That's what it was delivered as. They really like the 9s, apparently, in the original version.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, so how far in advance is the other version? Is it in China or Korea?
It's in China.
Okay.
That's where the game originally launched, and they're about 3 months ahead of us, and that's pretty standard for Perfect World games.
Okay.
So usually we do follow within 3 months.
All right. So how many updates are they ahead of you?
Currently, they are 1 update ahead of us, and they
Okay.
will aim to have them only stay 1 update ahead of us. We let them test it and get the bugs out so that we can deliver a better version.
Alright, right now you guys are watching My Sun and Moon. So far this is my favorite class, I mean, by far. I mean, who doesn't like to spin around? It's just a hell of a bunch of people, so. But, okay, so back to endgame again. Let's say players are up in the level, I don't know, 50s to 70s. What can they expect? Are they going to be doing more quest-based? Is there dungeons, dungeons for them to go in, or is it going to be like more of just killing stuff in the world?
Probably your best bet in the kind of 50 to 70 range is going to be dungeon instances and PvP.
Okay.
So one of the cool things about our instances is there's multiple levels of them. So you have to first start at normal, which can actually be soloed. So if you're just very uncommunicative, you can solo all of the instances of the game. Then Swordsman difficulty, you'll need a group, and then Hero difficulty is even harder. You'll need a good group for that one.
Okay.
So that's going to be probably your best source of experience, plus doing your guild quests, and that's also really an area where PvP really opens up. So that's a good time to get into PvP.
So you're getting XP for PvP then, or what?
You can for some of the PvP, yeah.
Okay. That's always good, because it's always good to level just by killing people instead. So during the dungeons, what's going to be better? Is it going to be dungeon armor and gear, or crafted armor? Which one's going to be better?
Crafted armor is actually the best armor that exists in the game. So you very best sets, you're going to have to craft. You will need to run the instances to get the special items that go into that very best armor.
So it's going to be kind of like the Perfect World International, where you had to go through to get the actual special materials then, like in the dungeons before. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying not to die. I've noticed that if you start to get too many people on you, you just start to get your butt kicked, so I'm just kind of like killing stuff as I'm going here. So tell us a little bit about the road to the max level. Kind of explain to... Are you going to be just going on quest lines kind of the whole way up through, or are you going to just kind of branch off and go into one direction of doing something and then going back to it? Or, I mean, how far does the quest line go up?
The quest line goes all the way up to max level, and when we raise the level cap, there will be more main quest line to do. However, that's... As you get farther towards the end level, it kind of spaces out more, so you have to work a little bit harder to get kind of that next chunk of the storyline. So the rest of the time you'll be doing a lot of the extra stuff. So you'll be doing the instances. We do have a lot of events in game, and we'll be adding more in the future. You can get into the PvP. You can get really into your guilds. So really, that's kind of where it opens up a lot.
Okay, so you said events. What kind of events do you guys have, and what do they kind of offer players when you're playing?
We have a lot of different events. Mostly they're instance. There's a couple that you'll see just pop up in world chat saying, you know, a whole bunch of monsters are attacking this city. We're looking for people to come fight them. Those are all timed. You can go there. You can get the event rewards just by showing up. Some other ones you have to specifically opt in, and at the specific time they open up, like, go to a certain map and help a bunch of people take down, like, a really huge monster.
Gotcha. Alright, that's always good to go kill some people when, you know, you're just chilling around. Alright, so kind of going to the cash shop. I know always people's biggest concern is, hey, is it going to be pay to win, or is it going to be, you know, just the normal stuff, you know, like experience helpers and fashion and stuff like that. Kind of go into that.
Okay, well, our goal with this game is to have anything that would make the game, like, pay for power is not something that we like doing. So anything that makes your character more powerful, you have to be able to get in-game as well. Some of those items will be available in the cash shop, but it always has to be available in-game. And then we have a lot of fashion, we'll have mounts, we'll have stuff that helps you give your pets more weird specialized abilities, like the companions that you get right off. They can pick up stuff off the ground, they can go sell stuff for you. That kind of stuff will be in there, as well as kind of accelerators, are what we call things like potions, experience buffs, stuff like that, that just makes it a little faster to move forward.
Okay. So, kind of go into your skills and stuff now. Like, I've got my character open right now, my character screen. I've got the social, path energy, world energy, and then it's got my, kind of my pentagram of, you know,
Pentagram of power.
yeah. I don't even know what to call that.
I mean, that's kind of your basic stats, and at a certain level you unlock mastery, which is based off of the kung fu points you've gotten just by playing the game and leveling up. So when that opens up, a little glowing button will appear over your character's heart on that character screen. You can click on that and go into the mastery system.
Gotcha.
That lets you basically invest the experience you've been gaining into specific stats. So that's just another way to further customize your character. So if you really want to make them very tenacious, or if you want to really up their dodge and things like that, that's where you really get into the nitty-gritty of controlling your character.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a question actually from, I'm just gonna call him DJ. He says, will there be a VIP status in the game?
I mean, VIP status is always fun. We like to reward people who really put a lot of time and effort into the game. There's currently nothing in there right now, but with all of our systems, we're always looking for ways to kind of serve our players better. So if that's something that players really ask for, that's something we'll definitely look into putting in.
There you go, DJ. Hopefully that answers your question. Someone also said, is there going to be an AH or a way to have 10 vending?
Currently, there's only the player vendor stalls, so you'll have to have a character sitting there to sell stuff overnight while you sleep. But in the future, most of our other games do have other ways to handle this. Again, if players really want to have an AH or a way to search all of those vendor stalls, that's something that we will be bringing up with the devs very shortly.
Okay. All right. As we kind of go on over here, I'm looking at a couple different things that's on the left-hand side of the character screen. What would reputation do? I mean, it starts you all at 0, it looks like. So if you're getting higher, what does that do for you?
It puts you on a ranking, and you can get special titles. You can get some special fashion. For some of the ones that take a lot of work, like the PvP reputations, that can actually result in giant golden statues of your character standing around.
Gotcha.
So if you really invest heavily in the reputation systems and the PvP systems, there are mostly cosmetic rewards to kind of show off how badass you are.
Oh, there you go. So if you want to be a badass, go get reputation, guys. All right, on the left-hand side, we got arena. So is this going to be just a 5 guys go in, 5 guys, head-to-head, or is it going to be one-on-one? I mean, explain a little bit about that?
Okay, the arena is actually my favorite of the PvP systems. So our arena is 1v1 or 3v3. You can choose when you go in, and there's an option where you can make it cosmetic gear only. So that means that the stats get normalized, so it's really just skill versus skill in that arena mode. There's also built into the game monthly ranking systems, so you'll be able to see people climbing through the brackets with their arena team, and a special event where you can bet on people. So if PvP is not your thing, you can still make some money off of knowing who's the best on your server.
All right. That's where I'm going to be. I'm just going to be sitting in the crowds and paying guys to do my bidding. So is there any way to totally not jip that system? Because I mean, once you see a team and they just own all the matches, everybody's just going to bet on them all the time. How you gonna stop that?
It's the same as betting in real life. You'll get less reward for betting on the sure thing.
That's true. I got a question from, I want to say it's Priscilla.
Mm-hmm.
It says, what's the difference between a gang and a guild?
Okay. A gang is something that forms slightly more organically through in-game. It's based on, being friends with people, playing with them a lot. You'll get a little special gang tag that you guys can roll around with, saying that you're all friends and you like fighting together. A guild is a much bigger group of people, and that's where you get the special quests. So you can have both a guild and a gang, and really kind of show who your character is and who you like hanging out with.
Gotcha. All right. So, are you able to have an arena group, a gang, and a guild then?
Yes.
All right.
You can have all the groups you want.
I'm
so
gonna
many
have
groups.
one group that's just gonna kick ass, one group that's gonna kick ass and take names later, and then the other one's just gonna be there for when I need them.
awesome.
All right, so what's this ranger thing? I'm looking at it. It says newbie, adept, master, radiant master, honored master, all that shindig.
That's for a specific event. So
Ah.
you can kind of level up through that event, get higher levels, and those also lead to specific titles, specific placement on ranking systems, so people will be able to see who's the best at doing that event.
Gotcha. So I'm just trying to go through as much stuff as possible to
No
get it all
problem.
out here. I haven't even had the chance to actually go through everything completely. Alright, so I'm going to kind of move on to the packs that you guys are offering. You guys are offering, it looks like 2 packs, right? You got a starter pack and you've got something else. Explain a
The
little bit about
hero
those.
pack.
Hero pack.
So these are our pre-order packs. So getting either of them will get you access to our early access phase, which will be opening up before the open beta. So you'll get kind of a head start to get your character ready, really, make them more powerful before everybody else joins the server. So the hero pack is pretty cool. It has by far the coolest looking mount in the game. And then your own unique fashion and some other stuff that'll really help you out as you go. You can check it all out on our website. It has details about everything. The starter pack gets you the same early access benefits. It's got kind of just very useful stuff to start off your game with, and you can get that one multiple times for multiple people, so it's kind of always useful.
Gotcha. Totally going for the hero pack if it was me.
Go for the hero pack. It's a lot of fun.
I was going to say, that one actually has a lot more cool stuff. Here's the hero pack right here, guys, and then I'll post the starter pack too as well.
You get the pretty fire pony with the hero pack.
Fire pony. Alright, and here's the other one. You guys can take a look at kind of all the stuff. I'm not cool enough to have that stuff, so I just don't even, whatever. But, oh crap, I got some red name next to me. Oh, yeah, they're coming after me. They're coming after me now. I better run.
Oh, nice. Getting killed on your own stream
I
looks
know.
bad.
That's
just
pretty
wanted
bad. This guy probably found me and he's like, I'm gonna get this guy on stream. It's gonna be way too fun. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm not high master level. I don't even know everything yet. See, I'm still learning myself, guys. Okay, so explain to us what you guys are doing in closed beta right now. What's some of the stuff that you're trying to gather? What's some of the problems that you've had, and what else are you trying to fix?
Well, I mean, it's a closed beta, so basically we're trying to, stress out our systems and see what breaks so that we can get it all fixed before the open beta. I know we've been having some fun new issues with like people being able to download the game and log into the game, and that's all stuff that we're triaging constantly to try to make sure that this will not be a problem for very long. And that's basically why we have a closed beta. It also lets us test kind of the capacity of our server, so we get a better idea of how many players can be on one server before starts to lag and gets bogged down for people. So just generally a lot of good testing. We've gotten a lot of good data. People have been reporting a lot of bugs on our bug forum feedback threads, which has been really helpful, just helping us identify stuff that our QA teams haven't necessarily had a chance to kind of crash test yet.
Gotcha. What's been the biggest problem for you guys in closed beta?
I'd say probably the biggest problem has been people downloading and getting into the game, and that's just a lot because we're using brand new systems. So we're kind of testing stuff out, and if you are having any problems, please just send in a ticket to our support. You can find it all over our website, and they have more keys for you. They have instructions for you. They'll really help you out.
Sweet. Well, there you go, guys. If you guys are having problems getting in the game, make sure you guys go send in a ticket. If it's a key problem and you don't really care about your account too much, just make another account. We've got other keys on our website we can get to you guys, all right? Here's another question from Ryu. He says, I really like the story in the main quest, and I really like the voices in Chinese. Will the game stay like that, or will it go back to English? We'll kind of go on to that a little bit.
We really like having the Mandarin voice acting. That's a choice that we made to keep that specifically. A lot of it really adds to the kind of kung fu movie nature of the game. And also, I mean, nothing's worse than a bad dub, honestly. Like, nothing will throw you out of immersion faster than that. So we wanted to keep that so that we could kind of keep that authentic feel to it.
Yeah, I got a couple people just chilling next to me.
They're waiting.
I feel like they're just trying to troll my stream. All right. We got another question from Kieran. It says, "What will you guys keep and what will you guys wipe on open beta, like friends and stuff? Are you guys just gonna wipe the entire server? Is everybody got to make their friends list all over again?"
Yeah, we will be wiping the entire server, so you'll have to redo your friends list. You'll have to, remake your character name and all of that stuff. Anything that you've saved locally to your client. So if you have, specialized hotkeys, specialized like settings for your graphics and everything, that will stay. We're not wiping anything on your client end. So like if you've spent the time and made the character you really want to make sure that you do export that file, and then you'll be able to jump right in. But otherwise, for the server side, getting wiped.
Yeah, that sounds like actually a pretty decent thing. Just make your character and then save it and then just upload it right when you guys get into the game. That'd save a hell of a lot more time.
Waste no time. As soon as the open beta goes, you're right back in there with your character.
So yeah.
And we will be wiping the name database as well, so, if you missed out on getting your name, there's a good chance to go snag it before somebody else gets it.
No one take MMO Life. I will track you down.
Oh, I'm registering for MMO Life right now.
Hopefully it's saved to my name. I'll save it to my client. Alright. Okay, so you're talking a little bit about open beta and closed beta.
Mm-hmm.
When closed beta ends, kind of give us a little bit of intro of what's going to be happening, when can players expect to get back in the game, what kind of time frame are they looking at?
Okay, so we've already announced the closed beta will be running until the 27th. We'll definitely be having some blowout events. We'll be sending an email to everybody probably early next week, letting you guys know when to show up for the goodbye events. We'd love to see you all there. Once the servers are down, that's when we will be announcing when we're going into open beta. So, hang out during that time, and you'll be able to be one of the first people to know when the open beta starts.
Well, there you go. Make sure you guys are at the events. Otherwise, you're just going to sit around and be bored saying, I want to play, No offense, I've been there too. Trust me, I know the feeling. It sucks.
No, I've been there.
I hate just waiting for a game. Feels like time's going slow. Alright, we're going to start moving kind of into a little bit of the questions and stuff from the audience. So if anybody you guys have any questions, just throw them in chat. Viper will grab some questions, send them to me real quick in case the chat starts to go fast, even though I've got it on slow mode. And I mean that there's so many people in here. Yeah, it's total sarcasm there, but throw any questions you guys have out now so that I can kind of start asking them as we kind of go down and trickle down on the rest of the time that we've got, alright?
So I do want to call something out. So you're playing on the Sun and Moon. That class was specifically made with the intention of bringing this game out in America. So our devs told us that the inspiration for that class's weaponry is Kratos, actually, from the God of War series. So
I can totally see that, actually. My blades look almost identical.
Yep. That's what they were pulling off of. They really liked that kind of fighting style, so they made up a class so that you could do that.
Yes, I enjoy the Sun Moon so far. It's one of my favorites. I like the fact that you can change actually as well. You can I think is it control?
If you hold control and scroll your mouse wheel, you can flip between your different combat styles really easily.
So is that going to be key in PvP, you think?
That is going to be super key in PvP. That's what lets you, dodge between kind of a Healy build and into an AoE build or into a single target burst damage build or whatever it is that you're looking for. If you do have the same skill on those two hotbars, it will cause a global cooldown. That's just to stop it from being exploity with people putting their blow up skill on every bar and swapping between it.
Yeah. Alright, so we got a question again. European servers, will they come on open beta or question mark?
Yes, we're planning on launching. We will have local servers just to cut down on people's lag time and their ping. So we're going to have multiple servers in the US hosted on both the East and the West Coast. And we'll have several servers in Europe. So we'll have a French and a German server and then an English European server as well.
Sweet. There you go. You got your EU people will be very happy. I know how you guys are really pissed off when you guys don't have your own server. I know a bunch of people that play on the American servers, and they just I want a EU server.
And we appreciate people's patience with the closed beta server. It is just the one server, so I know the ping isn't great for everybody, but it was important for our testing just to make sure, our systems could handle all of this. So, good job, guys.
There you go. You guys got an apology from an associate product manager. How do you guys feel? I'd feel pretty happy. Normally you get that, that service tech, and they're just like, yeah, I'm sorry. And you're just like, yeah, whatever. You don't mean it.
No, very important to the testing. We needed to do this, so.
All right. DJ says select people get free. I don't even know what that is.
Spicy.
Spicy. Is that in-game currencies?
That is
right.
the cash shop currency. So we just sent that out this morning. It'll be sending out all day to select players. It's a lot of people who are active, so almost everybody will be getting some to play around with. So this is kind of your chance to check out the cash shop, see what kinds of things you like that are in there. Please do give us feedback if there's, stuff that you want to see more of, stuff that you love, stuff that you hate. Give us all this feedback on the forums.
There you go. Keep the feedback going in, guys. All right, we're going to be coming down to the last little bit of the time that we have left, because we know that she's got to get back to work.
Little bit. Only if you want the game to ever go into open beta. I mean.
So does anybody else have any questions while we still have it right now?
All right, I will plug. You guys have closed beta keys on the website, so if people want any more closed beta keys, you can definitely hit up that website. I believe there's a special item attached to your beta key.
Yep.
Additionally, we have a roundup on our website of all of the places that you can go get beta keys, and all of those come hooked up with special items so that you can really load your character up when you go to the open beta.
There you go, guys. So make sure you guys get your key. Make sure you guys get in the game. If you haven't gotten in the game yet, make sure you go to Perfect World Entertainment's new system, the ARC system. Am I correct? It's the ARC system, or what's the exact name of it?
Yeah, ARC.
Okay, so go to the ARC, download their client.
ArcGames.com.
There you go. I'm old school. I remember the actual old world, Perfect World website with one game. So their new system's new to me too.
Back in the day.
Yep. So like I said, if you guys get in there, sign up, use the beta key, get in, start playing. You've only got like a couple days left before the actual closed beta ends, and then be on the lookout for that open beta. Make sure you guys participate in some of those events. You might even learn some new information. Also, stay tuned to the forums on Swordsman. They're going to probably be posting some more information for you guys as well, with more news and stuff like that for games. Also check MMO Life. We've always got different news, games, reviews, interviews. As you can tell, you can get a stream live interview with the team. I mean, you can't ask for any more than that. I mean, unless you want to go to other websites and just kind of sit there and read an article, which there's nothing wrong with reading an article, I'm not going to lie. But,
I mean, reading is fun. It's fundamental, I hear.
Yeah, it makes you smarter every day. But, like I said, we always try and get you guys as close to them as possible. As you can tell, Perfect World, awesome guys, came out, helped us up. We got this set up in like 2 days. We were on the clock, like 20 emails, I want to say, between us all. So we got this set up within a couple days, just for you guys. So hopefully you got some helpful hints, great information from the game. I know I got some stuff that I didn't even know, so, which is always good for me. But if you guys have any more questions, make sure you guys send them in to Perfect World's questionnaire on their support team. Make sure to report as many bugs as possible. Make sure, and if you haven't downloaded the game, get in and download the game as soon as possible before you don't have any time left. So, all right. I just want to thank everybody for joining us, especially Gabe for taking the time to come out and talk to us today.
Yep. Thank you for inviting me.
You guys all better be saying thanks. I want to see more than one thanks. We got DJ saying thanks. There you go. We got Ryu saying thanks. All right. This is gonna be the end of the stream, guys. Make sure you guys go and sign up. And hopefully you guys all have a good time playing Swordsman. And hopefully if you see Fiona in there, you guys do not come kill me. I will be mad and sad at the same time. Anyways, other than that, guys, this is the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a fun time playing Swordsman, guys.
Goodbye.